is David here, and welcome back to another video on my channel here today. So today we're going to be doing a story time video. We're going to be telling you guys a story about something that happened in my life. Now this specific story, I would say happened about, well, it's not really, it didn't happen. This is a story time about a girl that got away from me. So we're going to go 2 years, I think it was, it was last year when I met this girl. Now, as I want to respect this girl, I'm not really going to say her name. We'll just call her Justine. So, I was there at the Florida Renaissance Festival, and I'm there sitting down with my sister just waiting to get my festival ID because I had just, the person that owns the festival had just called me yesterday saying I could work there. So I came in with my sister to get my ID, and I'm just sitting there just like, I can't wait there because I loved it after the first year. I loved it, and this is my second year working now. It's like, I'm really excited. And all of a sudden, I do this. I look to my right, and I see this beautiful, beautiful girl with red hair. And so I'm just like, okay, David, this girl is really beautiful, and you're saying that to yourself, which means you may like her. So I asked my sister, I'd be like, hey, what about that girl over there? How old do you think she's okay? My sister's just like, nah, she's too young for you. I'd be like, too young for me? The way I saw it, she didn't look too young for me, to be honest, but I couldn't tell because it's 2019. So, move on past this. Yeah, I took what my sister said, in my mind. I was like, okay, she may be underage, she may not be underage. Because I think at this time I was 19, so I was still above the legal age, which is 18. So move on 2 weeks into the festival, after I get my ID and I start working at the festival, I'm sitting at my sister's booth, and then I just sitting down watching, just sitting down on my break, and I see this girl go walk on by me, and I'm just like, you know what, David? Now is your chance. Now is the time to go talk to her. And so what I do, I get up, I start walking towards where she was working, and I say, hey, my name is David. What's your name? She told me her name was, well, we're not going to say her name, but we'll say it's Justine. So she said her name, and I was just like, hey, you're really beautiful. And she started smiling and everything, and then I think towards the end of the festival, I came back and said hey again and said, hey, can I get your Instagram? She was like, yeah, sure. I got her Instagram. And I think that same day I was talking to her Instagram, or it was the day after, on the Sunday after that, I started talking to her Instagram, and she has to give me her phone number, which I'm not going to be bragging because I hate bragging about that. So move on past that. So yeah, move on past the second week after I started talking to her. I continued talking to her. We became on a close level to being close, I would say almost on the level of friends. And then towards the end of the festival, I was really disappointed because I knew she was going to be staying with the festival. And, she's like a runny, so she goes off to different festivals every year. And so I wouldn't see her for a whole another year, and I was really sad about that. So, come the last weekend of the festival, I go by Justine, and I'm like, hey, can I get this picture with you? So I take the picture with her, and I'm just like, I will be here next year, no matter if I'm working or not, and I will see you next year. So during that time, she ended up getting a boyfriend, so I just really kind of backed off in that situation, not really liking her. And that was like around the time of her birthday, which is like somewhere in June. So after a couple of months, I think it was like December, November time, I heard that she broke up with her boyfriend. And I started talking to her again. I was like asking, hey, are we okay? Like, are we still friends? And I really did not get a response, to be honest. Then come January, and I'm just like, all right, you know what? Since I can't be working at the festival because I didn't have a ride to the festival, I was gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go one weekend with my friends, and I'm gonna just see her and just hang out with her and just talk to her like I couldn't do last year because you can't really do that unless you're on breaks. So I talked to my friend. He knows who he is. And I talked to my friend. I'm just like, all right, you know what? We need to go to the festival. You guys will love it. I get to go see this girl. And, it would just be a sick situation for everyone. And so I think I bumped my friend for like 5 to 6 weekends for us to go. And then I think it was March 10th of this year, we actually did go to the festival. And as soon as I bought my ticket, got into the festival, I started walking around the corner, turning to the right and then turning to the left. And as soon as I walk around the right, who do I see? I see Justine. And so I'm just like, David, go up to this girl. And she looked at me too, and she was just like, wait, isn't that David? And we're like, yeah. I was just like, okay. And then we walked up to each other, we gave each other a hug, and I said, you know what, I actually miss talking to you, and I actually did say this to her. Are we still friends? And she was like, yeah, we're still friends. Why? You don't have to apologize for anything. We're still friends and everything like that. I'm like, all right. And so for the next 20 to 30 minutes while we were there, my friend and his girlfriend just went off, like exploring the festival because they'd never been there, and it was their first time experiencing that. So meanwhile, even though I was supposed to show them around, I was too busy talking to this girl. And so the next 20 to 30 minutes, I just spent the time talking to Justine, and it was just an amazing amount of time. Like, I could not stop smiling when I was talking to her, and there were some moments where she would like stop, and we would stop and we would just sit down and talk, and then she wanted to go get something to eat, and then I actually read something for her, which I'm not gonna show because I don't want to show her name, but if I can find it, I will show it to you guys and just blur out her name, well, Justine, but her actual real name because I wrote it in an actual thing. But move on past this, okay? And so we come by to like the pub stage where they like sing and perform, and I'm sitting down, leaning on the pole, just like this, staring at her, and she starts dancing and then looking at me, and this is literally how I am. I'm just like, man, this girl is so amazing, and I'm just like, I want this girl, to be honest. But the reason I never really asked her out is because I didn't want to ruin our friendship, to be honest, and I did like her very much. I think this is the one girl I actually really like the most, and I didn't just really want to ruin our friendship, so I decided not to ask her out. I did say, like, hey, are you seeing anyone? She was like, nah, not right now. So I was like, okay, what, let's just stay friends. I was just in my mind, just like, all right, let me just be friends with this girl and just move on past that. Don't even ask her out because you never know. She may be like, no, okay, don't ask, because if we ask again, we're not gonna be friends. And I didn't want that to happen, to be honest. So after she starts dancing, we started walking back to where she was because she was off on break, and I was just walking with her, talking to her. So as we got to the end, Justine, I really missed you, and I just really enjoyed talking to you. And she was like, oh, that's so sweet. And I was just like, yeah. And I cannot lie, I could not stop. Like I said before, I could not stop smiling around her. It was just so amazing to see her, and I actually got to talk to her again because I hadn't talked to her basically in almost a year. And so after I went back with my friends and started, going around the festival, they were talking about, hey David, we stopped by. I was like, yeah, what do you see? Oh yeah, you couldn't stop smiling at her and everything like that. And I was just like, yeah, I could not. And she was smiling back at me, and I was just like, man, I really wish I asked her out, to be honest now. But okay, so move on towards like when me and my friends started to like get bored because we had taken the bus there and it was really hot, so we decided to leave early. And so as we're leaving, I went up to Justine and I said, hey, my friends are leaving. She's like, oh, are you really leaving already? But like, yeah. Like, well, I'll make you a promise. I promise to come back next year and see you again. Or I promise to come back before the festival ends and see you again. Unfortunately, I did not keep that promise, which really upset me at the time, because I did not want to break my promise to this one girl that I really liked. And so that was the last time I've seen Justine since then. And I think it was like a month past the festival, I heard that she has a new boyfriend. At the time, I was kind of like upset because obviously that's the girl you like. You don't want to see her with someone else, but you wonder if, as a friend, you just want her to be happy. And I just want Justine to be happy. And to this day, I'm just happy to be her friend, and I know we're still friends, and I definitely plan on seeing her again, no matter what it is, with next year, or like I'm working at the festival, or I'm not working at the festival, because guys, even though I kind of did let her get away because I did not ask her out because I was scared over the fact of not being friends with her. But I just want her to be happy, and who knows, maybe in the future, like if these type of situations keep working out, she'll eventually, like come around and just be like, because I'll be honest, guys, even though she is ready and she like does go from festival to festival and I barely see her, do you think I care? Do you think I really care that she goes from festival, like festival around the United States? I don't care, because I would do everything in my power to come see her most of the time. I would not just wait a whole year to see her again. What kind of person does that? Like if you like a girl and you really want to see her, go and see her. If you have the time and the money to do it, go and see her because you really like her. And that's how I felt about this one girl. But today I still, alright, I'll be honest, guys, I do still have feelings for this girl, but clearly she has a boyfriend, so I'm just gonna back off and, like, not like her, to be honest. But as I said before, I'm happy to be friends with her. And yeah, this whole thing went from February of 2018 to where we are now in 2019, and it possibly still could be continuing. But that's it for the video, guys. That's my story time about this girl that got away from me. The girl I've liked the most overall, and yeah, it's to be honest, it's kind of I kind of hate myself for not asking her out, but then at the same time, I like I said before, I was just worried about not having her as a friend, because I'm going to say this, and I know I'm not sure if it sounds like a cliche, but I would rather have her as a friend in my life than not have her in my life at all. And that's the honest way I feel. And actually, I've actually teared up on this, guys. So if you guys can do me a favor, smash this like button. Please subscribe to the channel. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.